Hello, good evening, Arun. Arun, are you able to hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Am I audible?
Yes, now you are.
Okay, perfect. Uh, Fine. So, good evening, guys. Uh, Not very sure which time zone you're joining from, but yeah, it's evening here. So, good evening. And yeah, so today, let me give you a little bit of disclaimer before we start today's you know class as per se. So yeah, so what we're gonna do today is we're gonna put a baseline to cybersecurity and what this course is going to be about. We're gonna interact a little bit more today. This is a 2-day demo. It's gonna be a little bit more theoretical, a little bit more interactive today. But tomorrow it's gonna be a practical session. Well, we'll be doing some practical stuff, some practical hacking examples, if you want to put it that way. Even today, what we're going to do is we're going to, go through the syllabus. We're going to go through the entire curriculum that we are going to have for this course. And we're going to interact. We're going to see new things and we are going to discover what it is all about. Right. So, yeah. I'm not actually sharing my screen. Okay. When I'll share, I'll ask everyone to, say if it is being shared or not. Yeah. So, yeah. So before we start, before we, take anything into consideration about cybersecurity or start with anything, I want to know from everyone here, how many of y'all are working professionals? Can I just have a, thumbs up or maybe a chat? Okay. Graduate, searching for job, working professionals. Cool. Yeah. So I assume that you're working as a security engineer. That's great. That's great. Fine. So there are students as well. Okay, completely fine. This course caters to everyone, right? So it doesn't matter if you are working uh, in the field of cybersecurity or in some other field, or you are a student. This course is going to cater to everyone equally, right? So I'll just quickly share my screen. Just bear with me for today because I'm using my Kali Linux desktop today, and it does not have a PowerPoint software installed yet, but it'll be there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share a PowerPoint, a PDF as of today. So yeah, just let me get the chat window open. Yeah, is my screen visible?
It's visible, sir.
Okay, perfect. And yeah, so I think everyone has access to maybe unmute their mics, right? If you don't, that's completely fine. You can drop your questions on chat. But if you have any questions in the middle, feel free to unmute your mic and let me know about your question. I don't mind interruption at all, right? So yeah, what we're going to discuss about today is the introduction to this course, right? The introduction to cybersecurity, getting started with information security for the industry. So my name is Arun K. I'll give you a brief description about myself. So mind everyone that my CV and the course curriculum is going to be sent to you after this session itself. So don't worry about that. You will be receiving all of that, right? So this is about me. I am Arun. I am a Google Cloud certified professional cloud security engineer, EC Council certified ethical hacker, web application hacking and security engineer, Indian School of Ethical Hacking certified ethical hacker, and AWS security architect. I have 4 years of training experience with more than 10,000 students. Previously, I've worked with organizations like Upgrad, Simply Learn, Unschool, TC Board, and also did trainings in all major colleges, including NITs and IITs. Right. So that's a brief description about myself. My full CV will be sent to you after the session. Right. So yeah. Apart from this, I also have certifications like Cisco Certified Network Analyst and Google Cloud Digital Leader, Google Cloud Associate and Expert. So everything will be visible to you right after the session when you receive the CV. Right. So why are we here? Right? Why cybersecurity? So we all know this. It's just a thing to say that this is being presented right now. We all know that cybersecurity is a very, very, very lucrative field right now. Talking about, anything apart from this slide that is on your screen, there are nearly 1 billion cybersecurity engineers that are required in the market, but there are not much people who can fulfill those seats, right? Whether it be a SOC analyst, whether it be risk advisory, whether it be consultancy, whether it be, penetration testing, vulnerability analysis, whichever field that you might think about in cybersecurity has empty seats for sure. And that includes DevSecOps as well, right? So with an increasing number of users, devices, and programs in the modern enterprise, combined with the increased deluge of data, much of which is sensitive or confidential, the importance of cybersecurity is continuing to grow, right? So internet is there, applications are there, cloud is there. As far as, the site goes, what we have is data, right? And securing the data is our job at the end of the day. So there are, multiple fields in cybersecurity. There's application security, information and data security, network security. This is one of the most lucrative parts of cybersecurity, business continuity and disaster recovery, which we call BCDR in short. So this is one of the most lucrative field because BCDR. So I'll go through, all of these points in a little bit detail. So firstly, application security, right? So application security comes in. Anyone was unmuted? Do you want to ask a question or is it fine? Fine.
I have a question. Can I ask?
Sure, sure.
The question is that after the session of this, can we get this PDF that from your just giving the instructions, or maybe are just teaching us?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, thank you so much. That's a good
Yeah.
question. Thank you so much. You can go other.
Cool. Fine. So yeah. So just to mention that I am not a very big fan of presentations of gauging knowledge that is there on paper, right? What we in LWP labs as well as myself, prefer is learning with practical examples, right? So you might find that I will explain things more with the help of examples than with the help of PPT, right? But the thing is that in order to ace your interviews, in order to ace your certifications, in order to, ace examinations, the bitter truth is that there is a technical, theoretical knowledge that is required. But you can be rest assured that all of those materials will be covered for you. What are the materials we'll be discussing in the later slide? So yeah, where were we? Application security. So it mainly has 3 parts, right? A web application, mobile application, whether it be iOS or Android, and any other applications that are running both on web as well as on your mobile, what we call thick clients, right? So each and every one of the parts that I told you about has different fields or has different approaches to test for cybersecurity, right? And all of that is covered inside of this course itself. Information and data security. So this is very much self-explanatory. It's securing your data, securing storage, securing virtual machines, securing, you name it. There are n number of applications that are generating data that you need to secure. Network security, once again, this is security on a different layer. We have talked about applications which are visible to the edge clients, which are visible to us, right? But on the back end, there is network security. Once again, a very lucrative field. And
Arun, I have a one now.
yeah, sure.
In network security, I like IPS, IDS, and firewall
Correct.
comes under the network security.
I didn't get the last part actually. I don't know if it
Firewalls.
Yeah. So see, what we are adhering to here is the certified ethical hacker curriculum. So everything is going to be configured and showed to you. IDS, IPS, firewalls, everything is going to be there. But the thing is,
Email gateways and Active Directory also comes under.
yeah, it does. So the thing is that in case of a course, right? So you'll actually get my point as well. It's not always feasible to show paid things like Active Directory and things like that. But there's surely going to be lessons on Active Directory and network security in that spectrum. But the things that we are going to use in order to emulate all of these, like IDS and IPS and firewalls, are going to be something that is available for free, that is open source, right? So we'll be using a tool called Snort in this case. So that will come later, but just know that we're not going to use anything paid in the course because it needs to cater to everyone. I think that answers your question.
Yeah, okay, sure.
Yeah, perfect. So yeah, disaster recovery business continuity. So personally, I work in this field, right? As well as in the field of consultancy, right? So what we do in BCDR is the worst case scenario. We think about the worst case scenarios. A server goes down, a firewall goes down, a network is hacked, right? But if a network is hacked or if a server goes down or if anything bad happens, the company cannot sit down, right? The company needs to recover its data. It needs to continue its business, and that is where BCDR comes into play. Backups, restorations, snapshots, data recovery, data. There are concepts of cryptography in this as well. So we're going to cover all of those in this. Operational security, cloud security, infrastructure security, physical security, and end user education, right? We're going to cover all of these points. So career impacts, right? So we're all here because either we want to ace this career in cybersecurity, we want to shift to cybersecurity, we want to learn more about cybersecurity if we are already working there. So it's at the end of the day, we are talking about career impact, right? Let's be very truthful. So a career in cybersecurity is increasingly popular. That is very much, explanatory from the market itself, right? Cybersecurity professionals will protect everything from networks to systems to programs to, web applications to mobile applications, right? It's a highly technical field and it's a highly, changing field, right? So there's one, bitter truth that I will let out on this call itself. And that is anyone had a question that I can answer? I take that as a no. Fine. So the truth is that no matter what course you do in cybersecurity, your course ending is not the ending to your learning journey in cybersecurity, right? There are vulnerabilities coming out every day. There are exploits coming out every day. There are attacks happening every day. So you need to keep yourself updated with all of this, on a daily basis, right? Read the news and that is enough. But keep your knowledge updated, right? A course ending is not the ending to the journey in cybersecurity learning, right? Cybersecurity is a highly technical field that needless to be said, a career in cybersecurity is fast-paced and constantly evolving. The fact that I told right now, it's constantly evolving, and you need to keep yourself updated at all times. Let's, I don't actually need to explain about, the monetary benefits and the salary and things like that. It's fairly available on the internet, and we should not have, us wasting time on discussing anything that is available on the internet, right? So there's the field of information security as well. So what is that? So contradictory, cybersecurity, information security, or infosec covers the tools and processes that organization use to protect information. One thing that I need everyone to, take into consideration is tools and processes, right? So we are going to learn one of the most important tools that every single organization in cybersecurity uses, and that is called burp suite, right? As well as, there are a plethora of tools that we are going to learn, but we are going to emphasize on burp suite because that is the bread and butter for us cybersecurity engineers. This includes policy settings and prevent unauthorized people from accessing business or personal information. So the main factor of cybersecurity, or the main factor of information security, starts with a pen and paper, right? So you need to understand about what we are trying to do, or what we are securing, or what we are trying to, mitigate. What risks are we trying to mitigate here, right? It starts on pen and paper. It starts with a policy document. It starts with a vulnerability analysis report, right? So if anyone has a mindset that cybersecurity means sitting in front of your computer, hacking into things, and then having that as a livelihood, that would be 40% of what a cybersecurity engineer's life is. The rest 60% is documentation, reporting, everything that happens on a pen and paper, right? Not exactly pen and paper, but on a sheet, or on an Excel sheet, or on a Word document, right? And that is what covers most of the points that are asked in interviews, that are asked for you to show as a job experience or a training experience, and we are going to have all of those in the curriculum as well. So what we're going to initially focus on in the field of cybersecurity is the CIA triad. There is more to CIA. We'll be going through that once we are proceeding with the course. So CIA is essentially confidentiality, integrity, and availability, right? What is confidentiality? It involves the efforts of an organization. Anyone?
Yeah, sorry for interrupt.
Sure.
Is this a course that seen in this chat is paid, or what? Is there any fees for this course?
Yeah, there is a fee structure for this course, which will be shared to you after tomorrow's workshop class.
Yes, Arun, you're right. Guys, we'll be sharing all the details on the WhatsApp group. Please, everyone, take a look at the chat. I have posted a WhatsApp group over there. People who are interested, they will be sharing all the documents related to this course, as well as Arun said, he'll be sharing his resume. Please click on that WhatsApp chat so that we can update you with all the information about this course. Yes, sir. Arun, continue. Thanks.
Yeah, cool. So yeah, confidentiality it involves the efforts of an organization to make sure data is kept secret or private, right? It's very much self-explanatory what is confidentiality. Integrity involves making sure your data is trustworthy and free from tampering. The data that I have received, if I don't know that it is received from a trusted source, right? You won't trust a document on, anything that is crucial, say tax, right? You won't trust a document of tax that is coming from a pirated website, rather than you will trust a document that comes from maybe the tax office's official website, right? So that is the integrity of a document. You are trusting that document because it comes from a trustworthy source. And finally, availability. Even if data is kept confidential and maintains its integrity, if it is not available, it's not of any use, right? You might have your data that is stored somewhere on the cloud, or that you cannot find anymore, or you have lost the password to, or you are not being able to access anymore. The data makes no sense there. So what we are going to understand is the balance between the three elements: confidentiality, availability, and integrity. And we are going to proceed from there. Right. There is more to CIA actually. There's non-repudiation. There are a lot more. And that is what we are going to understand as well as we proceed through the course. What do we focus on? So this is, we as, myself as well as LWP Labs as a platform, what we'll be focusing on are practical solutions and industry specific applications, right? So anything that we are all, at the end of the day, we all are wanting to be industry professionals, right? So there is no use of having theoretical data that is catering to maybe just students or something like that, right? But it's going to be there, but it's going to be up to you to go through that. What we're going to be focusing on a pinpoint is industry specific applications and industry specific practical solutions. What we'll be going through as well are interview questions, cybersecurity field areas and applications. The field areas that we talked about, we are going to go deep into all of these, right? Yeah. Job channels and roadmaps. We're going to guide you through job channels as well, how to crack an interview, what do you need to know, and what are the things that you need to prepare as a homework, and also company specific details on cybersecurity job roles, whether it be one of the big fours, whether it be any other company. We're going to give you company specific information as well, so that you can crack your interviews, you can expand your knowledge, you can expand your job career, right? That's what we're going to cater to as well. So caters to, right? So what we're going to follow is the certified ethical hacker syllabus, right? As well as for the network security part, we are going to adhere to Cisco certified network analyst. For compatibility curriculum in industrial adherence, what is happening in the industry and what we are going to do in that, we are going to do ISC2. We are going to follow ISC2. And finally, cloud platform security, for which we are going to use the knowledge of professional cloud security engineer and solutions architect, security architect, and so on, right? So these are certifications, or these are, so the thing is that all of these certifications, all of the content that is there in these certifications, the PDF material, I will be sharing it with everyone, right? And all of these certifications, certified ethical hacker is like $100. CCNA, I am not sure about that. The last time that I completed CCNA, I had to pay around 35K. ISC2 is once again $200. PCSE or any other cybersecurity certification on cloud is again $200. So all of these materials that you are going to get are going to be from this certification. Apart from that, you're going to learn what is happening in the industry. Me being part of the industry for nearly 4 years now, I will be sharing my knowledge as well. I will be gaining from y'all as well. And we are going to be applying all of our knowledge in the field of cybersecurity, right? So that is going to be my, presentation, because first of all, I'm lazy. I don't make big presentations, but yeah, what I've mainly focused on are practical examples and what we are going to do in the future, right? I'll stop screen share for a while. And yeah, fine. So are there any questions that I can answer now? Any questions, whether it be related to career, whether it be related to the curriculum, I don't mind. Just feel free to ask. And you can write it down on chat as well if you feel comfortable in that.
Total duration of the course?
Total duration of the course is 40 hours.
Sorry, like, is it mandatory to complete that all the course? Like, can we complete it in a chunks?
So it's gonna be, you know, classes, right? It's gonna be yes, sorry for that. So it's going to be a class-based curriculum. So I think you have to attend those classes in order to understand. The final examination, if any, is going to you can take it at your own pace. You can go through the study material at your own pace, but just attend the classes. That's it.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Siddesh asks, can non-IT working professionals like civil engineers get this course? Obviously, you can. I am not, you know, pinpointing on IT professionals or, you know, any other thing. The person that, so this is my personal, you know, journey up until now. The person that taught me cybersecurity, you know, the best person to learn cybersecurity from at the place that I am from was a biology master's, right? Microbiology to be exact, right? So it does not matter whether you are from an IT field or a non-IT field, right? Just, you know, say for, I'm saying this for non-IT and IT both. Say today I say a term, right? Maybe I say DNS, right? DNS means domain name system, right? So I may not be able to complete the full definition of DNS or working of DNS in, you know, one class, or, you know, I might keep it up to you to, you know, discover this, because these are elements that cannot be explained in depth while we are going through a class on cybersecurity, right? Because DNS in itself is another course, right? So I will trust y'all with, you know, the resources that are available on the internet. So we won't you know, splurge our time on anything that is available on the internet, right? DNS, just a YouTube video away. DHCP, just a YouTube video away. Some basic concepts like definition is just a Google search away, right? What we are going to focus on is practical, is in adherence to the course, in adherence to the industry. Can I trust everyone on that, please? That is a disclaimer from my end.
Like, I am also coming from here from mechanical background, and
That's completely fine.
DevOps engineer from last 2 years.
Mhm.
This course will be beneficial for me, like, for the
Of course. See, I'll tell you. So this is for everyone. I started my journey as a DevOps engineer, right? From DevOps, I went into DevSecOps, and from DevSecOps, I completely shifted into the field of cybersecurity, right? Now, currently, I just do vulnerability analysis, penetration testing, reporting, consultancy, and a lot more, right? So yeah, that is my story. So everyone can benefit from it, right?
How much
Personally,
experience, like, do you have?
I'm sorry.
Like, how much years of experience currently do you have in that?
I have 4 years of professional experience, but I've been training for 5 years. So I don't take the first year into consideration because I was in a training period. Then I started training as a, you know, trainee instructor. I don't consider that, but let's just say I'm 4 years into the industry. Right? Cool.
So once
Hey,
again,
Arun.
I would request everyone to please join this WhatsApp group, because I see that only few have joined, so that we can share the details of this course. As Arun said that he'll be sharing the documents as well. So we'll be posting that in the WhatsApp group.
Thanks. So if you are confused about course price or anything about the course, please, it will be shared after the workshop. So don't worry about that. Everything will be communicated on the WhatsApp group. So just make sure to join the WhatsApp group. Right? The link is in the chat. Vipin, you were asking a question if I'm not wrong.
Oh, yes, Arun. So my question is, I know cybersecurity has got, I mean, once you get into the industry, they have different teams and different roles.
Yeah.
Like they have SOC, they have identity and access management, then they have incident responder, GRC, and different fields. So the curriculum that you have for this course, what
Right.
exact role this curriculum fits in? What sort of role the person would be getting after he's trained on the contents that you have?
Okay. So in adherence to what I am going to teach, the main role that you can focus on is the field of application security, web application, mobile application, whatever it might be, and the field of information security as a whole, right? So, and the thing is that it's not confined to that itself. Whatever we are sharing, we are touch basing on each and every role. If you want to expand your knowledge on that, I will be sharing resources that are completely free that you can access, or you can extend your knowledge, because let's just be honest, we can't cover the entirety of each and every field that we talked about. So after we are touch basing on each and every field, I will be giving resources as well that you can access to expand your knowledge. You can find your fix, you can find the field that you find the most interesting, and you can continue from there itself. I hope that answers your question.
Oh, yes, thank you.
Okay, cool.
What
Fine.
about the placements after the course?
See, what I'll do from my end, from my end, what I'll be doing is I'll be providing you with the job channels that you can search for applying to jobs. I'll also be guiding you through the interview questions which are specific to companies as well. I'll also be guiding you through the companies that are very lucrative and very much hiring in cybersecurity, and you have the best chance in.
You just assist, not 100%.
I'm sorry, I didn't get you.
Is it 100% placement?
That is up to you. Right. I don't I used to do that and things like that, but I think to be on the safe side, I would say that is up to your hard work and your diligence. I will support you to the best. You can even contact and even ask any questions that you want. I will guide you through A to Z, but acing that interview is up to you, right?
No,
I
because
cannot call it.
because it's a recession time, no? The companies are hiring very less less recruitment is going on. Yeah, that's why I asked.
See, prior to this, right, I had 40 people that were with me in the CEH course, right? So I remember out of those 30, about 22 got placed during recession time in the last year itself, right? So I have never seen, this is personal experience once again, I have never seen a recession, or I have never seen people not being hired in the field of cybersecurity, especially at a crucial time like this. And also, mind you, many of them, or not many exactly, 4 to 5 of them are in the cyber cell as well. So it's just where you find your job. It's just a matter of luck, I would say. That is obviously there, as well as where are you finding, where are you going, and things like that.
And also, I would
So
add
guys,
that
before
there is
we do that,
also you have to put your hard work as well, because only attending for 1 hour of the session and then going back to your life will not help you. You have to practice whatever the teacher is teaching you. So we run many different courses in our LWP labs. So people have got job even before completing the course, because they keep asking questions to the trainer. They keep interacting with the trainer and other folks. They keep practicing and they keep sharing the screenshot of what problem they are facing. And I see I'm a training coordinator and a marketing manager in LWP Labs, but still, I see people who get job are those one who are practicing a lot, not only just attending the 1 hour class, but after that you have to invest another hour or two to practice it. So they are the ones who get a job quickly. Okay. So I think Rahul is here. He's a founder of LWP Labs. He would also like to share a word with you.
Yeah, thanks, Emmanuel. So I think we are discussing question and answers. I think it's like very good that you all are asking questions. So I hope you are able to see my screen. A gentleman who asked about that, is there any jobs, like the job security and the job placement and other things? Yeah, that is the whole purpose we are here. Okay. And you are here. We are not studying that this is because that this is our pastime. I believe that. I don't like that IT much. Okay. I can do planting, I can do something else, but that is like my passion. But why are we doing this? Because we have to earn, we have to be in the job market. Now, having said that, we are coming up with a strategy where we will be giving you a CV. Okay, so we follow this 3-step process for all our courses. We don't have much courses. Okay, we have DevOps on AWS, GCP, cybersecurity, and they're not DevOps, but cybersecurity and data science. Now here, what we will be following, we will be giving you a CV. That CV will be a template for you. Now, what you will be doing, suppose if you are a, maybe you are a cloud guy, maybe you are suppose working on something else. Okay, you have to get that experience from us. Okay, certain experience. With the help of the CV, we will explain you some projects. You will be implementing those projects, and then you will start applying for job. Okay, this is what I will explain you. Once you start applying for job, you will face some difficult questions will be there, which you will be answering, or you will be asking in our Slack channel. We are providing you the Slack channel as well, where you will be asking questions, and our community members will be answering you that. Okay, and then you keep applying job. Folder, you know that what exactly going to happen. You will be, once after 4 or 5 interviews, you will be able to crack the interview. This is the every institute can promise you that. But then why are we little good? Because we help. We are the India's first resume-based training program. Okay, where we will be helping you to build your resume. Okay, that's the whole idea. We'll give you certain resume, like how Arun can switch job, you can also switch job. Okay. So now handing over to Arun, and let's start the session. Before we go ahead more with the question answer sessions. Okay, so we'll have that question answer session a little later, but maybe let's start with the session itself. So can we start the recording again, Emmanuel, so that we can have a fresh recording?